G'day YouTubers, Pirate Pete here, coming from sunny Sydney. Well, maybe not that sunny, not today anyway. So in today's video I wanted to talk about your favourite topic and mine, gold and silver, and especially how we can get our mitts onto as much of it as possible. I'm going to talk mostly to the newbies, the first time collector, somebody just starting out in the collection. Maybe you're like me, you haven't been doing it very long, but you have been doing a bit of research, and one of the things you've learned is, damn, there's a hell of a lot of choice out there and it can look a little bit overwhelming. But never fear, because we're going to figure this out. We're going to figure this out together, and we're going to have a bit of fun while we do it. So check this out. The way it all boils down, there's probably 4 categories. You can do it in paper form, such as shares. You can do it in jewelry form, such as, I guess, watches, necklaces, rings, that sort of thing. You could do it in coin form, which you get minted from, I guess, everywhere around the world. Or you could go in a bullion or in a bar format. They're kind of like the 4 categories. They've all got different strengths and weaknesses, and it really depends on what the purpose and the reason, what you're trying to achieve with your collection. If you were looking to invest in something that returns an income stream, then obviously, you know, mining shares might make more sense to you. But if you're worried about not physically holding on to precious metals in times of crisis, then obviously paper shares aren't exactly the most secure way to go. If you're looking to show off your collection, then probably jewelry's the better way to go. Obviously, it's something that you can wear, you can take out, you can buy as gifts, and enjoy your collection that way. You will pay a very high premium. Obviously, a lot of workmanship goes into the building of the jewelry, so you're paying a huge premium really for the labor that went into that, and you're not really going to get full value for the I guess the raw metal, the raw material. You're really paying for the aesthetics of the jewelry piece, and aesthetics are something which you may or may not get full value back. It just depends on I guess everyone's taste. It's a bit of a fashion item. Something else which is kind of like that would be a coin collection, and that is the third option or third category. And coins are, again, they're very brilliant to look at. There's a lot of workmanship that goes into them. They can be more mass produced, so obviously some are worth more than others as collection pieces. But in terms of bang for your buck for the weight of metal that you're going to get, you're going to pay a pretty steep premium for coins. They're not exactly easy to show off. It's not like you have all your mates over to come and look at your coin collection. So it really is just something there for you and maybe YouTubers to appreciate your collection. The 4th category, and it is my preferred category, it fits in with the reason why I'm getting involved in building up a precious metal holding. It is in the bar format. It's the one that probably has the lowest of the premiums. There's not a lot of work that goes into making a bar. The amount of metal that you get for your dollar is therefore probably the highest when you're buying bullion bars. Now, bullion bars, they come in a few different types as well. So even if you're just focusing on bars, there's a couple of things there to recognise, which I guess I'm learning as I go. There's a type of bar which they call a cast bar, and there's a type which is the minted bar. Now, the minted bar has the most work that's gone into it. It's something which, I guess, depending on the mint who actually did press the metal, they've put a bit of work in I guess what they call the dye, which is what creates the images and impressions into the actual metal. You're paying a premium for that artwork. You're paying a premium for the materials and the cost of production. But what you get at the end of that is, I think, a more refined product, something which typically is easier to stack. So if you're looking to build up a large collection, you want to put some consideration into storage space. The best sort of way to store metals would probably be in that minted format. Just bear in mind you're paying a slightly higher premium than if you went the cast option. Now the cast option, it's pretty raw. It's basically the metal's just been poured into a mold. It's been cooled down, and when it's been tipped out, it just comes out in whatever that mold's shape happens to be. You know, it's pretty raw. They haven't tried to pretty it up or anything like that, because that's not its purpose. Its purpose really is only to be a store of value. And later on, when it's going to be used at some point in time, it's just going to be melted back down and turned into whatever its end use is going to be. So not a lot of work goes into that. The lowest premiums that I found are in those cast bar forms, but they're not that easy to stack. I think the shape of them, the top of them are a little bit rounded, so it's not like you can stack one on top of the other too easily. For that reason alone, because space is a bit of a premium for me, I'm preferring to go with the minted bars. I think, you know, the extra premium that you pay for it, it's probably worth it just for the convenience and the storage space that you can maximize by going that way. Something else to consider as you come across the options are the generics versus the official minted series. The generics, they seem to be cheaper. There's a lower premium for them. If you go the official minted ones like the Royal Australian Mint or the Perth Mint, if you're from Australia, or if you go any of the mints around the world, you're paying a premium for these minted products, and I think it's because of the brand of that. Now, there's obviously some security that comes with that mint. You know that their reputation is in that product, so when it says that it's of a particular purity, you can pretty much be sure that it is. So with the generics, I think there's maybe an element of doubt, especially if you're a newbie first timer. It's not like you've got the tools around that you can analyze this purity yourself too easily. So you really are relying on the reputation of the dealer, that the generics are of the purported purities and amounts. But and that brings me to the last thing I want to talk about in this video, and that is around the counterfeits versus the real deal. So for the first time newbie, if you're skeptical like me, you want to know that, you know, you're handing over your cash, you're actually getting what you're paying for. So for me, I just I wouldn't consider buying off eBay. I just think you're inviting disaster when you do it like that. It may work for you, it may not. It's just my own personal preference. I'd rather go through a reputable dealer. I don't really know at face value what makes them reputable. So the approach that I've taken is I've looked at the local mints, the official mints, and seen who the distribution network is in my particular neighbourhood. And I've gone that, well, okay, so for example, for the Perth Mint stuff, who's their distribution networks in Sydney that's close by, and I've kind of figured that they won't be recommending somebody who's not the real deal. So maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but that's the approach I've taken. Until I've got, I guess, you know, enough of a collection that warrants having my own equipment to test this out, it's probably as much insurance as I need for my own peace of mind. But you know, you let me know with your comments and experiences that you've had as you've started out, things that work and things that didn't work for you. If you have any questions or things that you want explored and discussed further, any ideas, let me know in the comments below. All right, check you on the next video. Thanks very much. Bye.